Right guys, first off, I hope you're all keeping well. Today I'm going to be doing a video based on a website in which I use called Kittl. So Kittl is an online graphic design platform. It comes with ready-made designs and all of the AI tools in which you need. It's fairly cheap, and on top of that, it's very easy to use. So I'm just going to go through some of the cool features. And this is obviously for anybody that may be struggling with design and maybe paying a graphic designer or using stock images. So I'm just in the templates section here. As you can see, here's some of the templates in which you can use. I'm just going to go into this section here. I'm currently working on menus, so you will see a lot of menus at the moment. But as you can see, there's some really nice designs here, and all of these you can edit for yourself. So if you want to change, obviously, the text, the colors, you can do that. There's just some really nice designs. So if we just scroll back up here, say for example, you used to do a Japanese restaurant and you like a design like this, you could either go for this, or if you used to scroll down, you'll see more that are relevant. If we just come out of that there, we go back to templates. Here at the top, you can even search. So say if you was to do a jungle theme, you type in jungle. As you can see, we have all these different templates in which we can use and we can edit, and there's some really nice ones. I actually have this one open, so I'm just going to give you a quick example. So this is the workspace. It may look a little bit daunting, but it's fairly easy to understand. Here on the left hand side, this is where you're going to be finding things like templates, text, illustrations, and so on and so forth. So you can actually import more images and designs that way. You can even upload your own designs and work on them that way, or upload a texture to apply to your own design. As I mentioned before, I will be doing courses on this very soon, so if you are interested, I'll link the community down below. As you're probably aware, I've created a community for wall printers to come together to be able to share experiences. We host calls, one-to-ones, and on top of that too, I create tools to make your life easier. And every month, I create SVGs for you guys to use commercially. So if you are interested, the link's down below. And as I mentioned before, within the next 2 weeks, I will be offering a paid membership for anybody that's interested to learn more. So again, like I said before, it's fairly easy to use. All you need to do is just click on the elements and what you want to change. So let's just say I want to delete that at the bottom. You can delete that. And now let's just say I have a customer, she owns a cocktail bar and she wants this printed. The only issue is she doesn't like the tiger in the middle. She wants a different design. So one of the cool things about Kittl is it comes with some really cool tools. So all I need to do for this is just click on the image I want to edit. And if you just see at the top here, there's a drop down. If you just click on that, and then you should see Find Similar. If you click on Find Similar, it will open up this, on the left hand side, this box. And then you can find similar designs to replace that. So we'll go for this one. So click on replace and it's just replaced the design automatically. So again, you could then go back to the customer and provide them with that design. If they're happy with it, then you could go ahead with that. If not, you could then obviously replace it with another design and so on and so forth. And as you can see, there's some really nice artwork here. Now the only issue is, and I do mention this in quite a few of my videos, is sometimes I don't like to use this type of artwork because it does look like AI. So if you can stay away from this type of artwork, and after a while, once you've been working with it, you will notice it a lot more. There's nothing wrong with using AI artwork, but I do, as I mentioned before to everyone, always double check what you're printing, as AI isn't always perfect. Now another example here, let's just say we've got a customer called Sally, and Sally has created an image on ChatGPT and she owns a pizza restaurant. So this is the image Sally's provided you and she wants this printed onto a wall. The only issue is it's a bad quality image. So if we was to zoom in there, it's not too bad. We could possibly print it, but say if we want to upscale it, we can just click on the image there, and on the right hand side, this is where you're going to find your tools. And you can just simply upscale it from here. So just press upscale, wait a few seconds for it to do its thing. Okay, now the image is upscaled. We can zoom in a bit more and we can see it's a lot more clearer. So that's upscaled times 4, which is great. Now, one of the biggest issues we have here, and it's one of the biggest issues I see in wall printing, is the background. Many people print images with backgrounds. and they just look boxed. A few things now on what you can do with this. So if I was to click on this image here, again, if I was to go right hand side, just click on remove background. It takes a few seconds. And there we have it. So, you know, with just this one tool, we've upscaled the image and we've removed the background. Now, one of my favorite things with Kittl is if you head over to the export. So if I want to export this image, you can export it as a PNG, a JPEG, SVG, or a PDF, which is great for printing. You can change the DPI. And one of my favorite things is the color. So you can actually select RGB or CMYK. Because we're printing, we're obviously going to use CMYK. So when I export that, I can actually take a look at it and it's going to be exactly the same as how I'm going to print it on the wall. As when you're using RGB, you're seeing the colors from the screen, so they're going to be a lot more vibrant. So if I was to print this, you know, it may be a little bit darker. As with CMYK, I can see what it's going to look like before it's being actual, you know, printed on the wall. So that's something that not many design websites have, which I really like. And again, guys, have fun with it because there's just tons and tons of different designs in which you can use, and you can, as long as you're paying a monthly subscription, you can use these commercially. And there's just thousands and thousands. You can go back and forth to the client. Do you like this? No, yeah, I like that, but can you change this? Easily done, you know. Instead of paying a graphic designer, you know, money and going back and forth, it's going to cost you time. You could, you know, spend a bit of time learning this yourself, and you could do it yourself. And on top of that too, you can offer it as a service. So go mad with it, go crazy, have fun. And like I said, you know, if you're interested in joining the community, I'll link it down below. So if you're new to wall printing or you're currently in the business, you want to meet, you know, other operators, then I do recommend it. Like I said before, we have things like one-to-ones, we have community calls, and we have some great people there that are very welcoming. So you're more than welcome to join if you're new to the business. And like I said, have fun with this and don't be paying graphic designers anything.